Important public service announcement. Using the word fat as an insult is inherently pedophilic.
This guy's a fucking beast, man. I love this bald-headed ass bitch, you know what I mean? We got Fresh and Fit.
Oh my god, dude. Can we get over, like, everything is pedophilic? We're just ruining what the term even means anymore. Like, it's literally just becoming anything I don't like is pedophilic. Like, shut up. It's literally like me saying, if you use Sony cameras, that's inherently pedophilic because you're taking control over a camera. Like, oh my god, dude. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. Welcome back, everybody, to another Buggy Cat video. This video might sound a little off on my end because me and my fiance just got a couple of little birds. I'll throw them up on the screen so you guys can see them. They don't have names yet, so I guess in today's video, write down what the names of my birds should be, and in the next one I might say if we chose one or not. But yeah, so anyways, today's video is going to be about this TikTok creator that I found. They are, I don't even know, dude. They're trying to say that fat phobic, or calling someone fat isn't only just fat phobia, it's also pedophilia. And later on they defend Lolicon and Shotacon using, you know, the famous talking points. So I don't know what to say other than let's just get into it.
Important public service announcement. Using the word fat as an insult is inherently pedophilic. You are shaming someone for having adult attributes, and you don't even actually target fat people at all. In fact, what you're doing is you're targeting people who aren't bone thin.
Yeah, first of all, adults shouldn't be fat. Adults literally should not be fat. Adults should be like within a healthy standard for like your specific body type. And it's also really silly to assume that people are attacking those who aren't bone thin. You think people are going up to, like, you know, muscle guys like that go to the gym and work out, and women that go to the gym and work out, and they're like being fat phobic to them, pedophilic to them, because, you know, they're not skin and bones, they have muscle? No, this is just a retarded take.
And then the general public in this tends to go ahead and just mindlessly harass women who happen to have developed eating disorders from this shit, while also ignoring the men who developed eating disorders. But let's not talk about that since that's too uncomfy. The hatred of fat people is pedophilic.
All right, so you might have something there with, you know, no one wanting to discuss like eating disorders. I know, like, especially in like men and women, the eating disorders could be a very common thing of why people get fat. But I personally know several people with eating disorders from wrestling in high school, and I think I might have a little eating disorder sometimes from wrestling. But I'll talk about it if you want to talk about it, you know. But what I'm really here for is how is calling someone fat and like insulting, you know, fat people, quote unquote, how is that pedophilic? Can you care to explain?
It just is.
Wow, thank you. That's so informative. I'm glad that it just is. That's so helpful.
And in a similar vein, using slurs also makes you sound pedophilic. Like, it makes you sound like a fucking predator if you use dehumanizing terms as a way to justify attacking others. This includes the R slur and the N slur.
All right, pal, you're gonna need to back away from the camera. That's a little scary to me. Secondly, how is using slurs like the R slur predatory? That doesn't make sense. Like, how do those things correlate? Someone says retard, so that therefore someone likes underage children? Okay, this is hurting my head, dude. I don't even know. Wouldn't using slurs just make you like ableist and racist? Like, if, you know, someone says the N-word, how does that correlate to them liking little girls? Wouldn't that just mean they don't like black people? Like, there's more issues. There's the bigger issue of them being a legit racist instead of a made up, you know, pedophile. I don't get it. How are these people, how are they real?
Then again, if you actually cared about that, you wouldn't be fucking using those terms to begin with. You discount Wish brand Manosphere wannabe.
like wish.com manosphere? What are we in, like 2019? What is this, like, or sorry, 2020? What is with this manosphere thing? The manosphere has been dead for like fucking 3 years now. What are you on about? And no, I'm not part of the manosphere. What if sometimes, you know, I'm playing a video game and I'm playing Counter-Strike and I see my teammate is on the bomb holding down E, defusing it, and he lets go? Like, can I call him, you know, the R slur then? Can I be like, dude, you're a retard, why would you do that? Or is that like, does that make me a pedophile if I use it in that situation?
You want to continue? Let's continue, actually, because fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Other things that are pedophilic in nature include things like slut shaming.
Okay, so now they're just gonna list off a bunch of things that are pedophilic in nature, and they're not gonna explain why it is. So I'm just gonna counter that by saying how and why. How is slut shaming pedophilic? Why is slut shaming pedophilic? Like, do you even have any sources that are saying, like, here's why slut shaming is pedophilic, written by Dr. Googie Woogie at Belford University or some shit like that? Like, if you're gonna make these claims, at least back it up with some sources. And since you're not doing that, I'm not gonna do that either. I'm just gonna be a D1 hater and talk into my microphone.
Body shaming of any kind. Yes, this includes body shaming penises and body shaming people for just not being conventionally attractive.
Oh my god, dude. Saying anything mean to anybody is pedophilic. If you play video games, you're a pedophile. If you fucking watch movies, you're a pedophile. If you do anything, you're a PDF. If you breathe, you're a PDF because breathing is inherently bad. Just shut up, dude. Oh my god. Now, I don't think people should be going around and body shaming just because that's like mean. And I know I'm one to talk because I'm doing like a YouTube commentary being mean to this person, but it's like, you know, I don't think you should be going around hating on others because, you know, they have like disproportionate body sizes or like they're unattractive or anything. But that doesn't make you a pedophile if you do say, hey, you're fucking ugly to someone. That just means you're a cold-hearted person. And you know what? Some people are just like that. And what are you gonna, the only thing that you can really call him is an asshole, but trying to call him a pedophile for it? Holy fuck, dude. We need to get like, we need a ban online. We need to, the boomers were right. The online is making us go into like a psychosis.
This includes hating people for being polyamorous. Because why the fuck are you going to hate on an entire demographic built on things like consent, adult communication, and actually understanding each other? Why the fuck are you going to hate on that if you yourself do not have those kinds of issues?
Most people don't like polyamory because it's weird. Like, what else is there, dude? Like, yeah, it's built on consent and all that stuff, but it's like if you go up to a normie and say, hey, I have 5 other people that I'm in a deep relationship with, they're probably going to be like, that's a little weird to me. And, you know, there's a reason why it has like hate. It's because a lot of the people that are like, that practice that are a little bit weird. That's all I'm going to say is they're just like a little bit weird, and most normies don't like weirdness. It's not because like normies are fucking pedophiles. It's because they like normal shit that normal people do. And saying if you don't like all this stuff and you keep using the word pedophile, you're just watering down the word pedophile. It's going to turn into the word like racist or Nazi, where anybody you don't like is a pedophile. Anybody you don't like is a Nazi. Like, it's just watering it down and making actual like pedophiles and stuff be like, oh no, they just called me that because they hate me. Like, you're making light out of like actual real situations by doing this.
Other things that qualify as pedophilic, as far as I'm concerned, would be things like asking a stranger or saying that they look like they have terabytes on their hard drive.
This one seems a little hyper-specific, if you catch my drift. I mean, are we using personal anecdotes on this one? This hasn't happened to me. This hasn't happened to anybody that I know. And I don't even see it online unless there's like a situation that pops up.
Saying to investigate someone because they can tell the difference between a fucking drawing, an actual fucking drawing, from creativity and a real person.
Oh, okay. That explains why there was a hyper-specific, you know, saying that you need to investigate someone and you look like you have terabytes. Yeah, I think I know where this one's going. And it doesn't look good.
And I'm not talking, for those who need this clarification, about the shit where you draw an actual person. I'm talking your own original drawing that is not based on a real person.
Yeah, so they're talking about Lolly and Shotokan, like that's what they're implying. And so what if it's not based on a real drawing? It's still depictions of a kid. It's still fucking weird. That's more pedophilic than the calling someone fat as an insult. That's insane. That is weird and disgusting.
And why the fuck are we here trying to push this constant media illiteracy when we have literal predators, literal rapists roaming free who actually hurt real children? Right. Because you don't actually care about victims, you care about looking good, and you care about having someone you can beat down on. There's no Stitch coming.
Okay, so this defense is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen fucking ever. It's okay if I like and draw Lolicon because there's real pedophiles and they do real damage. So what, dude? Lolicon is still bad and evil and it should not exist. Like, we should censor that shit down. We need to be like the fucking Gestapo, burning all them books. I don't care. And the reason I made that reference is because, yeah, I want to burn fucking pedophilia lolicon books, like what the Nazis did back in the day. Call me whatever you want, I don't care. I'm against pedophilia in all forms, and that includes drawings, because yeah, drawings are fucking like that, are fucking evil.
I don't care anymore. The ones who think that we should ban lolly show content are the same kinds of idiots that would take their children to see the movie Sausage Party when it was in theaters.
Wow, way to cherry pick an example. No, I think most normal fucking Americans don't want lolicon content out there, you know? Like, here's one example that happened years ago where some retarded parents took their kids to see what they thought was a children's movie. They didn't blatantly go and take their children to go watch that movie. They're just idiot parents that couldn't fucking watch a trailer to see that it was bad.
I'll elaborate. First and foremost, they keep demanding censorship of different things of gross fiction, which is really sad when you realize that the moment you start censoring any form of fiction, you're going to end up with what happened to Wattpad.
Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know what Wattpad is. I don't know what happened with it. I'm not online enough to really know. What I do know is, yeah, we should probably fucking ban lolicon content online. That kind of seems like something that people should get behind, you know? But what do I know?
But they don't really care about that, or rather they don't want to listen to that, because they're so stubborn in thinking that there's some big difference between video games cause violence and fiction makes you rapey.
No, it's not that at all. It's not that, you know, video games make you violent. It's that the fucking people that are like into and like supporting of lolicon do have some like weird fucking fetish that deals with little kids. Because I guarantee you're not just looking, like, these people aren't just looking at lolicon shit. Like, it's gonna escalate into something crazy because it messes with a different part of your brain than fucking video games, you know? Well, obviously you don't, but whatever.
That they can't comprehend the idea that any adult with their faculties will actually not do that shit.
Any adult with their faculties isn't going to be looking at lolicon and shotokan. What is... Any sane adult isn't going to be looking at like fucking animated or drawn depictions of CSAM material. What are you talking about?
But, you know, these are the same motherfuckers that would blame the Slender Man killings on creepypasta.
Yeah, most normal people aren't like that smart, actually. That's why it's called normal. They're like average intelligence. But I don't think all of them would be blaming Slender Man or the Slender Man killings on creepypasta. I don't think anybody did do that. And if I'm wrong, so fucking what, dude? And also, there is a direct correlation between people looking at CSAM material and then becoming like actual real predators. I was here, I'll give you a fucking anecdotal evidence. I was actually part of a like jury of a guy in my hometown that had a bunch of CSAM lolicon material on his computer, and one day he tried to go outside in his trailer park and grab a girl and like force this like 10-year-old girl to go back into his trailer. And like he physically grabbed her hand and tried to pull her back into his trailer after school. I'll try to find the whatever, like the news article about it, but it's like absolutely insane. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I don't want these people to know where I fucking live.
Second, you don't want censorship, you want comprehensive rating systems, which is what we already fucking have.
No, I want like complete censorship on, you know, all CSAM material, all fucking lolicon, shotacon material where it depicts little kids having, you know, sex. I don't want that. That's gross and disgusting.
The reason I say the ones that would want Lolly Show banned, thinking it won't affect any of their smut because it's good smut.
Yeah, if we censor CSAM lolicon material, it probably won't affect everybody's smut because not most normal people are into, you know, smut with grown adults doing things to each other, not fucking little kids doing stuff to each other. This is like disgusting, dude. I'm getting like the ick. I'm like a fucking white girl who just found out her boyfriend can't fucking fix the car. I have the ick right now.
Is because they would think that animation is for children because that's the kind of propaganda they've bought into.
Propaganda as in most normal people don't want to see lolicon material. They don't want to see sexual acts depicting minors. That's what we're considering propaganda, is people like feeling disgusted, rightfully, that they don't want to, you know, be reading a story or looking at a piece of art where a child is depicted in a sexual manner and doing explicit acts with like other children or an adult. Yeah, dude. I don't even know. We probably need like a dictator in the United States at this point.
And if you genuinely think that the cause of someone deciding to commit rape is because they saw some sort of erotica that featured non-consent, you are blaming the wrong thing. You are not blaming the one who chose to enact that rape. You are blaming the erotica. Just like how you don't fucking ever seem to blame Christians for choosing to abuse others, but somehow you will blame the Bible instead.
Okay, so I did look this up because I wanted to make sure, and all the experts have said that liking lolicon and acting upon, you know, children in real life, there's no correlation to it. So I did my part. I looked it up. You know, I don't want to be seen as like a fucking just a hater to be a hater, so I did my part. But that doesn't excuse that, dude. Most normal fucking people don't want lolicon on their computers. They don't want to be looking at lolicon randomly. They don't even want to be around people that look at lolicon regularly. And when I'm talking about lolicon, I'm talking about like explicit sexual material depicting like minors in like anime. I'm not talking about someone like a fucking that looks like a grown woman that has like adult features, but then they say that she's like 16 or 17. I'm talking about like actual, you guys know what I mean. You're not retards. But I did my part. I looked it up. It came back that they were right about that, but the public perception is where I'm at, where it's like there has to be something. There has to be fucking something between like seeing these like fucking prepubescent like minors in animation or in fiction and them like being sexualized to people who like that being, you know, kind of a little off. That's like the best way I can put it. But then at the end where they're like, what about my Christianity? What about Christians? What does that have to do with fucking anything about this video?
If you cats steal my fucking food, I will skin you both alive after cutting off what's left of your dick. Sorry about that.
Holy fluoride stare, dude. Oh my god. You see them little eyes? Sorry, big eyes. But no, I just wanted to put that in there because when I was trying to like dive deeper into this person, I saw that video and I'm looking at the comments, right? Because I don't know if you guys are like on TikTok on the computer. It's fucking miserable. But you know, you get your video in the middle and then you get your comments on the side, and I'm like looking at the comments and it just goes, why would you talk to your cats about that? So I had to clip that and put that in here because I am a hater. I will admit it. I am a hater, and I just wanted to use like that clip because, you know, what the fuck? But I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I'm done watching their videos. I don't think I can do it anymore. And I subjected you guys to like 20 minutes of watching them, so I don't think you can handle anymore. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on a bell, you know, rub it a little bit, turn it on, and see you in the next one.